What's up, Commanders fans? So Brandon Aiyuk recently tweeted a picture of the Commanders practice, and it looked like it's from the All 22 that you can pay for. But he retweeted it. Somebody else retweeted it, and then he took it and retweeted it as well. So it got a lot of people thinking that maybe the 49ers are not doing a great job at re-signing Brandon Aiyuk, and he's not agreeing with anything, so it may seem like he may be coming here, and we may be his last option, and he might still want to come here. So the last we heard about this situation, we thought that the 49ers was going to re-sign him, but unfortunately it seems like things are still up in the air, and it seems like he's still interested in coming here. And a lot of people in the comment section are saying fans are getting tired of it. I think a lot of people think that he is creating a lot of drama. And honestly, to be completely honest with y'all, I think he is. But does that make him a bad player, a bad person? Because you could still have those people that create a lot of drama, but they can be a level-headed person, right? And he could just be doing this just to spark a fire under the 49ers to get the deal done. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that, because if you have a technique in doing it, go for it. Sometimes it could be bad, it could be good. It could get the 49ers to say, you know what, we don't want you, and we're just going to give you to whoever you want to go with. And no matter the cost, they might end up just going with whatever deal the Commanders gave in the first place, because they don't want to risk him, Brandon Aiyuk, not playing while he's there, or not playing if they decide to not come up with a great contract for him or something, having him sit out or anything. So they're going to do everything they can to keep Brandon Aiyuk, of course, seeing that he got them to the Super Bowl. Not just him, but, the rest of the team. And they have a lot of heavy hitters on their team. So is the deal that he wants compared to what they want to give up is very different. And seeing that the Commanders have a lot of money and space, and the fact that we can use another star wide receiver on the team, I mean, it's not like it's needed right now, but I mean, we can obviously use him, especially seeing that he has great chemistry with Jayden Daniels and they're best friends, and they've worked together in the offseason, and also, they used to play together at Arizona. So this is nothing new for them. They know each other. They know how each other plays. And some could say that Jayden Daniels is the reason that Brandon Aiyuk played great his last season. So, and I agree. But another thing that we got to think about is that the fans are getting tired of it. They're getting tired of it. They're saying that he is creating a lot. And, of course, there's nothing wrong with retweeting somebody else's tweet. But when we've been talking about this same thing, we're talking about from the very beginning of the offseason, as soon as the Super Bowl ended, and then as soon as we knew we were going after Jayden Daniels, and we've been talking about three months, right? And it's like teams want him, right? But I think our fans are getting tired of it. They just don't want to hear no more of it. And it made me think. It made me think. If he's creating a lot of drama now, what happens when he's not getting the ball here and we decide to go give the ball towards Jahan Dotson more often than he does Brandon Aiyuk? And just because he's his best friend, how do you think that's going to make everybody else in the locker room that Jayden Daniels is in now? How is that going to make everybody else feel? Because, of course, this is great for Jayden Daniels' progression through the NFL, and especially him being here and, being in his rookie year. It's great. It's great news to hear. But when things start to heat up and games start going, and, wide receivers complain, running backs complain, Tight ends complain. Linemen complain. People complain. And when they're not getting the ball, seeing that wide receivers, like Stephon Diggs, for example, he's a guy who always wants the ball. And if he's not getting it, how do you think that's going to make him feel? And of course, we know last season that Terry wasn't getting as many touches in the beginning of the season as he should have. But at the end, we started to notice how beneficial it was. We already knew as fans. We already knew. But Sam Howell needed to get that in his head and needed to, really understand it. So, and not just Sam Howell, but Eric Bieniemy needed to understand that the game has to work through Terry McLaurin. So imagine if Terry is not getting the ball and seeing that he's been here forever, and you have Brandon Aiyuk come in, and now Brandon Aiyuk is the guy, and he feels like he should get the ball more often. I don't care what we think. This is what's going to happen if we have a guy like Brandon Aiyuk come in, and we're already seeing that he has a lot of drama with him. He's creating a lot of drama, and of course he's doing these things to get the best deal he possibly can. I understand that. But what happens once he gets here? And is that going to tear our locker room apart? Will that be beneficial for Brandon Aiyuk, or will that be beneficial for Jayden Daniels and his growth and his development and his chemistry with other players on the team? So we got a lot to think about. And what he's been doing so far, some people could call it unprofessional. And in a way, I feel like it's a great technique to use to a certain point. But I think he needs to slow down and stop it. I think he shouldn't be putting out anything else. I think he's done enough. He's said enough. Even on his podcast, he's said exactly how he feels. We know how you feel. We don't need to continue to see you do it. We don't need to see you repost anything. Just leave it alone. Step to the background. Just work. Put in work and just see what happens. You know what I'm saying? And the more he does this, it's just starting to make us believe that maybe we really don't need Brandon Aiyuk, And I think it might be more beneficial for us to not have him. And just let me know how y'all feel about it. Do you feel like he's being unprofessional? Do you feel like he could have just let things ride and see what happens? Or do you think he's making the best move possible to get him the best deal that he wants, seeing that he's gotten to this point? And of course, it's hard to get a great deal, and it's hard to get a top deal, one of those that's, up there with Justin Jefferson, So he's doing everything he possibly can. And if this doesn't work, then where do you think he's going to go? Or do you think we should reconsider getting him? But let me know how y'all feel. I'm out.